Hello, Eureka Bible Student Ministry. This is Pastor Tim with you for this week's brief. As I preached in my sermon this past Sunday from Daniel chapter 9 on intercessory prayer, one of the main ways we talked about intercessory prayer is praying for those that are hurting. So let me just ask you at the beginning just to pray for two things specifically. If you could please continue to pray for the Terhune family. Funeral was yesterday for Aaron. Just continue to pray for Emma and the boys and thinking about them in ways that you can tangibly help them. But I just ask that you specifically just be praying for them for the days, weeks, and months, years ahead as they continue to mourn, as they continue to move forward. Just continue to pray for the Terhune family. Also, I mentioned this on Wednesday night, this past Wednesday night. I have a friend from seminary. His name is Jeff and his wife Kat, and their daughter Adeline has trisomy 18, which is a disease that causes her to have 3 chromosomes, which really makes her development slow, and she had open heart surgery yesterday, which seems to be successful, but they're waiting to see if she'll be able to breathe on her own and what kind of recovery she will have. She's only 10 months old, so just pray for Adeline Leopard, and that would be great if you could pray for their family too as they just continue to go through this rough road ahead of recovery after this open heart surgery. Transitioning now just to some things going on in the student ministry. Tonight we are going to continue in our series from the 20 Christian Beliefs, the second half of those. We did the first half last fall, second half this fall. So tonight we're going to be talking about 2 words, and we're going to break it up into 2 different times during the night. Justification, the idea of the legal declaration that God makes of us being righteous and placing God the Father, placing Jesus' righteousness on top of us, upon us, so that when he views us, he sees Jesus' righteousness, not our own, because our own would not be satisfactory and would lead to salvation. So justification and then adoption, the idea of spiritual adoption, that one of the great many blessings that we are provided in a relationship with Jesus, one of them is being adopted as sons and daughters into his family. So we'll talk about justification and adoption tonight. So 6 o'clock hangout, 6:30 worship. Just a couple of other things. We're finishing up here. We have 2 Wednesday nights left for our small group competition for our Empowered Life Center offering. So please encourage your students to bring that offering in tonight or next Wednesday or even on a Sunday coming up, just so we can make sure that your money is given in. And the winning small group, which the leaders, I believe, right now are the middle school girls, and the winner gets a party the first Wednesday night in November. Also, just want to remind you of the fall retreat. We are loosely full, but if your students haven't signed up yet, please feel free to talk to me. We may be able to open up a few more spots, so we have a huge amount of students going already, which has just been fantastic to see the sign-ups. But make sure you let me know if your student would be interested in coming still and if they have not signed up. Also, just a reminder about that, so that'll be a Friday night from 6 to 9 for the kickoff, and you don't need to be registered. You can just show up for that, so your students, if they can't come on Saturday or aren't able to sign up in time or whatever, they can still come on that Friday night kickoff from 6 to 9 at Crosspoint. Then we'll meet up Saturday at 8 at Crosspoint, take the bands over to Lakin, to Great Oaks Camp, and we'll be back sometime hopefully before 10. So it's going to be a long day, 2 worship services, ropes course, a couple of meals. It's just going to be a grand time. So I hope that your students have signed up if they haven't already. Feel free to ask any questions you might have with the ministry, but we are loving what's happening in our student ministry. Just been a great year so far. Keep praying for those things I asked for prayer for, and we'll see you again next week.